Hi, boys and girls. Today in our deep dive, we're going to talk about the opposites in the book Asia by Rebecca Hirsch. Rebecca Hirsch uses a lot of describing words or descriptive adjectives to make the reading more interesting. In order to find out more meaning about these words, we're going to find their opposites. So what are opposites? Two things that are the most different are opposites. We have our little song that helped us learn our opposites in the school year. The opposite of fast is slow, slow, slow. The opposite of yes is no, no, no. The opposite of high is low, low, low. Opposite of stop is go, go, go. Looking at this beautiful building in Rebecca Hirsch's book called Asia, it talks about the Burj Khalifa. And here it says that the Burj Khalifa in Asia is the world's tallest building. It has 160 floors. Let's take a look at this building. How does this picture show that it is the world's tallest building? Are there any picture clues? I can see that this building is much taller than the buildings around it. And I can imagine that those are very tall buildings too. I also see in the text it says 160 floors. Our school at Holabird only has 2 floors. So you would need 80 Holabirds stacked on top of each other to be as tall as the Burj Khalifa. Now, if I'm thinking that tallest is the most tall, I wonder what the opposite would be. The opposite of tall is short, so the opposite of tallest is shortest. Let's take a look at the word busy. The text says that people in Asia live in busy cities. I see in the picture that there are a lot of people, and even way in the background, I see many people. I see people waiting to buy food at a market in Mumbai, India. Busy means that there's a lot going on. It might be loud and there might be a lot of movement. If I'm thinking about the opposite of busy, that would be something that's not busy, that's calm. So the opposite of busy is calm. Remember, the opposite of shortest is tallest, and the opposite of busy is calm. Here we see a picture of a monsoon and a tiger. The text says Asia has monsoons. These are strong winds. I can see that the rain and the wind is blowing the students' hair and their clothes against their bodies. They're running away from it. Strong means it has a lot of force. I know from my life that tigers are very strong. They are good fighters and swimmers, and they have lots of muscles. So I'm going to think here, what would the opposite of strong be? If you're using a lot of muscle to be strong, the opposite of that would not being able to do things because you don't have strong muscles. You might have weak muscles. So the opposite of strong is weak. We're going to take a look at that same picture of the monsoons, but also of this panda bear. Now, it says that monsoons have strong winds, and in summer, the monsoons bring heavy rain. Even in this picture, I can see that there's tons of rain falling down, really big droplets and streaks of rain. And over here, this panda, he looks huge, like he weighs a lot. So heavy means you weigh a lot or that there's a lot of weight to it. But if you are not heavy, you don't weigh a lot, you weigh a little. And something that weighs a little bit is very light and easy to carry. So the opposite of heavy is light. Our next page in our text says, some parts of Asia have cold, snowy winters. And it's a snowy day in Japan. I know from living here that sometimes winters can be cold. We have to wear jackets and boots and gloves to stay warm. So that tells me that the opposite of cold is hot, or warm, you can say. The opposite of cold is hot, or to review, The opposite of shortest is tallest. The opposite of busy is calm. The opposite of strong is weak. The opposite of heavy is light. The opposite of cold is hot, or you can say warm. The last one we're going to talk about is the word dry. Asia has deserts. The Gobi Desert is dry. If I'm looking at this picture, you know what I don't see any? I don't see any water. No rain, no clouds, no lakes or rivers or even puddles. Dry means that there's no water. If something has no water, it is not wet. So the opposite of dry is wet.